He shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, who bringeth its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither. Whatsoever he doeth, he says, the power of death and life is in the tongue. He didn't say the power of death and wealth. He didn't say the power of death and success. He didn't say the power of death and prosperity. He said the power of death and life. So if you are confessing life, you are not working, you will confess life, have life, and live that life in poverty. Some pastors have heard me preach like this and they condemn me. That's the business. I don't care how close you are to God. If you don't walk, nothing works. You do nothing, you will die in poverty, in penury, in want. You'll be impoverished. Ignorance. Ignorance. It's dangerous. Ignorance. Sit down, you're waiting for manna to fall from heaven. You will die in poverty. You will die, your family will die in poverty. I'm not confessing negatively. I am telling you the truth. Telling the truth. Sit down, you pray all day, fast all week, give seed. That seed you even give, where did you get it from? You must be a thief to have it. That's what I told them today. You must be a thief to have seed to sow when you're not working. Where did you get it from? Ignorance. It's ignorance for a woman not to know that in marriage you are not submitting to the man you're expecting love. You are ignorant. Bible says it's not good for you. You're also ignorant as a man to be in a marriage. You are not loving your wife the way Jesus loved the church, and you expect her to be submissive to you. It's ignorance. It's ignorant for a woman to think she wants to lead the family. It's not in the place of a woman to lead the family. I was telling them today. It's in the place of a woman. And like I used to tell men in this church, if your wife wants to lead the family, step back, let her lead. Don't ever drag leadership with a woman. If she doesn't have knowledge to know, I submit to his authority, and she won't, step back, let her lead. And the moment you step back, you preach her against God. Because that is not God's order. God will not break his order for any man. He didn't break his order for his son. Who are you? The eyes of God are too pure to behold iniquity. The moment his son drank the cup of iniquity, he turned his eyes from him. That's why there's chaos everywhere. Ignorance. Chaos. The man gave instruction, me too, I will give my own. He's not the only one in the marriage. The man talk one, I talk three. I'm not a slave in the marriage. Nobody call you a slave. So at the end of the day, every prayer prayed in that circle is not reaching heaven. Look at me. Kabu Shahada. Jesus said, learn of me. It means you must take God as a study to know him. Paul said that I may know him. When God has set his order, nothing, absolutely nothing alters it. You either align, enjoy the benefit. You go against it, he will not fight you. But you see, in default, every of God's order carries blessings and consequences. So he said to Moses, when the ark is going to be carried by the priest, it should be carried on the shoulder. That was his order. Carried on the shoulder. David was a man after God's heart. Broke the order, went and built a beautiful cat. No, I need to honor God. I just need to honor God. I can't allow these priests who have not had their bath for 7 days to carry. No, I just have to honor God. And put the cat, the ark on a beautiful cat. And the Bible said, and God broke on them. Look at that order. Your own invention, creativity, innovation may be beautiful than his instruction. He prefers his instruction. So when God says a man should lead the family and the woman want to lead, you who is the man struggling with the woman to say, no, I'm the head of the home, you two are in trouble. So if the woman says she wants to lead, step back. Let her lead the home. So what do I do as a man? Just keep making sure that you play your part. You love the wife and you provide for the home. Ignorance. You belong to a team, a unit in church, and you have a team member who is giving you headache. Sideline the person and leave the person to God. You don't say, let me tell you what I'm teaching you tonight. Don't err because of somebody's error. Did you hear what I just said? What did I say? Bible says, husband, love your wife, Abi. Wife, submit to your husband. If your wife refuses to submit to you, and because of the anger of her not submitting to you, refuse to love her, she will suffer consequences of not submitting. You too will suffer consequences of not. Bible will not, God will not say, no, he stopped loving her because she refused to submit. Don't commit error because of somebody else's error. So because the person is giving you trouble in the department, and then you now want to destroy the whole department because you want to now engage this person, and then you now put the church and the unit in jeopardy, you are ignorant. God, I was telling them, I said, God will not come to bless people in a unit corporately. He bless individual by what they have done. And the soul be without knowledge. It is not good. May knowledge invade your heart. That's a very bad prayer. That's not a good prayer. That's not a good prayer. It's a responsibility to go after knowledge. It's a responsibility. Let's look at the danger of ignorance. Number one, ignorance robs you of living God's life on earth. Ignorance robs you of living God's life on earth. I was talking to a young man on Sunday. I went to a meeting Sunday evening, and I met a young man, and he was complaining about his church. He's one of their top singers, and was complaining about the church and the pastor. And from what he was saying, I could deduce that he wanted to gain my sympathy. You know, when people come to you for counseling, sometimes people come to you for counseling and they already have something in their mind they want you to say. So I know what he wanted me to say. But by the time I was done with him, I told him, I said, everything you have told me, you have indicted your church and your pastor. I said, but unfortunately for you, you are the one suffering. He said, why? I said, in heaven, in the record of heaven, your name is not in the register. You don't have register. I said, that's why all these things around you are happening. I told him 3 things to that. I said, if you do these 3 things and in 6 months your life does not change, I'm a fake prophet. I said, the first you need to do is to put your name on the register in heaven. He said, what do I mean by register? I said, you don't have cover. Everybody pastor you. So there's no accountability over you. He says, submit yourself that they may. I said, right now as you're standing, there is no pastor that can be held accountable for your soul. Put Hebrews chapter 13 verse 17. Put it on the screen. I told you. No pastor. No pastor. God cannot hold any pastor responsible for you. As she's seated here, forget the fact that she's my wife. I'm responsible for her soul. If anything happened to this soul, God will require it from my hand. Everybody, let's read. Want to go? Okay, wait. This pastor is your pastor. That pastor is your pastor. That pastor. So who will they hold responsible for what is wrong with you? Who is giving account of your soul? Nobody. I said, so you are here blaming church, blaming pastor. You are suffering, pastor doesn't bother. Hey, you are suffering, church does not even look towards you. I said, you don't even, nobody can be held responsible in the realm of the spirit for you. Nobody. So the young man that followed me, you see this young man, he said, yes, I am responsible for his soul. Ignorance. Even I said, look. Okay, that Sunday I was not really in a good mood. I was really in a bad mood and I was just about driving, or when he came with this. I don't like what I said, but that does not mean it's not the truth. I said to him, I said, do you know there are corpses we see on the streets unclaimed? I said, in the realm of the spirit, that's how you are. So if you are dead now, you're unclaimed. And there's nobody that will be held liable. That's weighty. I didn't like it, but that's the truth. It's ignorant for you to think as a Christian you can live without a spiritual cover. A place you owe. So you see some people talk out of stupidity mixed with ignorance and foolishness to cap it up like Pomo. Somebody said, I'm not living in church, I'm not going to church. I just on the social media, I listen to that pastor, and my soul is fed. It robs you of living God's life. You're supposed to live the life of God on earth. Look what it says in the book of Galatians chapter 2 verse 20. It says, I'm crucified with Christ. Nevertheless I live, yet not I, but Christ liveth in me. And the life which I live now in the flesh, I live by the faith of the Son of God. You're supposed to live the life of God. The life of God. That's the life you live now. Do you have it? Yes. Are you living it? No. Why? Ignorance. I'll show you. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 18. I'll show you. Having the understanding darkened, being alienated. That word alienated means being cut off, being taken away, being drawn from the life of God. Why? Through ignorance that is in them. And here you are every day binding Satan morning, afternoon, and evening, not knowing that your problem is ignorance. Give me another version. Any version, quickly. And whose minds are in the dark, they have no part in the life that God gives, for they are completely ignorant and stubborn. Completely ignorant and stubborn. Do you know what stubbornness means? It means you wanting to have your way always. You want to do things the way you feel you should do it, the way it's convenient for you to do it, the way it's comfortable for you to do it, the way you want to do it, regardless of God or his instruction. That's stubbornness. And the Bible equates it to witchcraft. So we have a lot of witches in church who don't fly at night, but they are witches and wizards because of stubbornness and disobedience that is born out of ignorance. And they turn around to complain why things are not working. They complain why they don't work in the miraculous. They complain why they don't see the supernatural in their life. They complain why things are not going the way they want it to go. They are ignorant. They have the life of God, but they can't live it because they are ignorant. Ignorance has robbed them of the life of God. He said, as he is, so are we in this world. How do we rule in this world? We rule in this world when we walk in his light, which is given to us by his life. Ignorance robs you of living God's life on earth. Number 2, ignorance leads to captivity. When you see all these preachers on social media, all they have is access to data. And they are your heroes. You don't even need to subscribe to them now. Just put on your phone and they pop up. And you click. And click into oblivion. Tell you all kinds of nonsense. A Christian cannot be in captivity. Who told you? You can carry the Holy Ghost and you are in captivity. Grace has paid it all. Yeah, you can carry the Holy Ghost and be in captivity. Who said? Look at Isaiah chapter 5 verse 13. Therefore, my people, whose people? Talk to me now. Whose people? Which your people? Do you have people? Whose people is he talking about? They are gone where? Paul, the proponent of the grace gospel. No, Paul was the one that brought the revelation of Jesus Christ. The revelation. He said we are troubled on all sides. He said we despair for life. The one who got revelation, despair for life. You that you don't even have 1/10 of the revelation. You say all things have been paid for. He said we are troubled on every side. He said I know hunger. He said I was betrayed by brethren within and brethren without. He said 3 times I was shipwrecked. He said this present affliction is nothing compared to. He said we carry death on our body. That's what it says. My people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge. Not because they did not pray. They prayed without knowledge. That's why they went to captivity. See, watch this. You can be spiritually sound and be in financial captivity. You can be financially buoyant and be spiritually bankrupt. You can be spiritually sound. Watch this. You can be spiritually sound, financially buoyant, and your health is in captivity. We've seen pastors, general overseers, anointed, heal the sick, raise the dead, and 2 years they are sick. A pastor who preached here that got delivered from cancer, I don't want to call his name because I'm on air. He preached in one of our major programs this year. He was carrying cancer in his body, and God was using him to heal cancer. He said it here. He has prayed and done everything. Cancer refused to go. He heard that Pastor Oyedele Close was having a program in London. He bought ticket, traveled to London, went there. Unfortunately, Pastor Oyedele Close said, I didn't come to pray for the sick. I came to raise money. He came back. He said his pain, that period was having that cancer. It was all kind of cancer patients that he was praying for, they were getting healed. You say what you don't know because you are ignorant. He's healed of cancer today. He preached in his church sometime this year. My people, what you don't know keeps you in captivity. And you shall know the truth, and the truth to do what? Make you free. So knowledge is the key to freedom. So if you don't have knowledge, you're in captivity. See. Watch this. I don't know why God is taking me towards marriage, but watch this. Maybe it will help somebody. Dr. Jones. You don't need love to have a good home. It's all this nonsense. What happened now? What happened to the marriage? Love finished. Love. You don't need love to keep a marriage. So the question is, what is the role of love? Love enhances the experience in marriage. It does not keep marriage. Because we have seen two people madly in love, they divorce. In their divorce, married to other people that are still in love. Marriage doesn't keep love. Romance doesn't keep love. Sex doesn't keep love. It may enhance the experience within the confines of marriage, but doesn't keep love. Money doesn't keep love. Wallahi, if money keep love, Regina will still be with Barnett. You can edit that part if you can edit it. It doesn't. If money keeps marriage, Elon Musk will not be divorced. Fame doesn't keep marriage. All these celebrities will not be divorcing anyhow. Do you know what keeps marriage? Knowledge. It's knowledge. Every divorce is predicated on ignorance. It's marriage. It's knowledge. It's knowledge. You don't know so much about your spouse. You don't know so much about the situation, so you don't know how to handle it. I don't care whether you're a professor. I don't care if you are wealthy. I don't care if you are famous. If you divorce, you and your spouse divorce, you don't have enough knowledge to handle and manage the situation. If you do, it will lead to divorce. My younger brother once said, jokingly, which every day I come to the realization that statement is true. He says it is no that causes fight between two people. If you see two people fighting, one of them said no. As long as both of them are saying yes. For instance, sir, you look at me and say, look at your big head. And I say, yeah, thank you, sir. Will there be fight? Will you slap me? Will you hit me? You had said I have a big head and a big nose, and I said I agree. But when you say, look at your big head, and I say, no, I don't have big head. You have big head. And that's when there's now an issue. What? Did you just tell me that I have? Yeah, you said it first. It doesn't matter if I said it first. Why would you tell me? Boom. So when you see two people fighting, one person said no. Knowledge. Do you know the things people fight about in marriage, the most ridiculous things that break marriage? By the time the couple sit down, they can't even tell why they divorced after they have divorced. Ask any divorced couple why they will sit down later and say, why did I even divorce? It's not wickedness. It's lack of knowledge. It's lack of knowledge. See, some people feel if they don't stand on their right, their life will go. Let me give you a practical example. Practical example. Practical, current, and recent. As I was knotting my tie, I picked my teeth and I dropped the toothpick by the side of the bed on the ground. Oh, you already know where I'm going to. Actually, I said, I won't lie to you, I'm on the altar. Something told me to pick it. I said later. It's not in my time. So I just saw this beautiful person came from nowhere. Already dressed. Now listen. And came and picked the toothpick and said, baby, I have told you. You don't leave toothpick on the ground. You should throw it in the dustbin. She had already picked it and threw it there. Why should you say it? You have picked it. Just drop it and move on. No. Was it about the toothpick? No. She was angry that I was wasting time. We are running late. And she feels I'm not fast enough. So she didn't know how to tell me, babe, we are getting late. We're going to church. We are late. Yeah. She was not looking for something to say. Okay, I got him now. Toothpick. Not for the toothpick. Now, when she said, I said, oh, baby, I'm very sorry to not happen again. There was no reason to knock. No reason to talk. I know she knows it's not about the toothpick. I am making her go to church because she doesn't like going to church late. And I agree. Guilt as charged. I was dragging feet. But this is where I'm going to. I could have had another response. And babe, why did you drop it? If you see it, pick it and go and drop it there. Must you say it? There's something we click. What do you mean by that? Am I your slave? You see where it's going? Did I say you are a slave? Are you not my wife? Did you marry me to be picking toothpick? So what is then just picking ordinary toothpick? And if you carry the toothpick and throw it there, what will it cost you? Women, you people like trouble. Yes, you two men, you like trouble. Disorganized husband. Is that where they put toothpick? Fight has started. Where did this start from? As I said, I am sorry. Am I not preaching fine? Even if she had something to say, I am sorry has closed the matter. Sometimes when we are quarreling, we start arguing. Husband and wife. I told a young man who came to my house 3 days ago, he was telling me about his fiancée. I said, how many times we don't quarrel? I said, relationship is fake. How long are you guys? Say 3 years. No, we don't quarrel. I said, break up the relationship. He said, he doesn't have life. It's why we say that. I said, relationship, you don't argue. He said, we have not quarreled 3 years. I said, both of you are fake. You're not meant for each other. If she has something to say, and I have said sorry, there is nothing more to say. So sometimes when we are quarreling, or arguing, let me use the word argue, we argue, and we seem not to be on the same page. You know what I normally do? I say, okay, it's okay, I'm sorry. It's fine. I'll take note. She'll not say, you want to sweep it under the... I don't know what it is with women with sweeping things under the carpet. Is there any man here whom the wife has said you are trying to sweep this under the carpet? Okay, I'm the only one. Sweep it. He said, let's talk about it. I said, we are talking now. Emotions are heating up. I've apologized. Let it go. Let's talk it. Few times, initially when we got married, when she's not insisting, let's talk about it. I just keep quiet. Okay, you have strength. She'll talk. You know what I'll be saying in my heart? When your mouth tire, you go keep quiet. Talking. That time she doesn't call me baby anymore. Yeah, Papa. Papa, you're not saying anything. Papa. Oh, so I'm talking to myself. You know what I'm saying? You can't force this man to say anything. That you want me to someone say. Now we have grown. When she said, just say, okay, I'm sorry. She will leave the matter. It's not late. I quickly hand over my rights. If that is what we take it. If right, we give you money, take it, make money. I don't have problem losing argument. You know that some people, I'm not even talking about marriage now, there are some people, they must win argument. In my leadership meeting, church here. Sometimes we argue, it's okay, let's do what it says. Some people, if they don't have their opinion accepted, it's like their body's on fire. You need help. You are bankrupt of knowledge. Bankrupt of knowledge. Ignorance leads to captivity. Finally, ignorance guarantees destruction. Guarantees it. Thank you, Jesus. Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed. My people, again, my people, God's people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge. Ignorance is to be without knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. So what's the solution to every problem? Knowledge. There's a problem, just go and make research. How do I handle this issue? Know. Know how, know when, know what, know where, know who, know whom. You have a solution. That's what I tell people. Don't be in a haste to rush to divorce. Okay, this is a problem. How do I go about it? Sometimes you are blaming your spouse. You are the one that has a problem. It takes a man that is matured, that is knowledgeable, to know that he is at fault. It takes a woman that is mature, that is knowledgeable, to know that she is at fault. And a situation that is simple sorry, a simple apology would have just, I don't know why I'm moving towards marriage this night, but I'm sure there's somebody here that God is ministering to. A simple apology. A simple, okay, let me keep silent. Nobody can reference silence. Sometimes what generates the hurt is the things you said. So I prefer to be silent and my spouse is angry, because she will get over the anger and have nothing to reference, than to make statement that even when I apologize later, sometimes when she's alone, she remembers, I've forgiven him, but this thing he said really hurt me. So I take the path of silence sometimes. Knowledge. Knowledge. Are you broke? The problem is not you're not without money. The problem is you lack financial knowledge. That's why you're broke. That's why you're broke. Maybe you're making money, don't know how to handle it, or how to manage it, or how to invest it. Go and learn. Knowledge. It is because you have rejected knowledge, I have rejected you. When you reject the knowledge of prosperity, prosperity will reject you. When you reject the knowledge of peace, peace will reject you. When you reject the knowledge of joy, joy will reject you. Anything you reject the knowledge of, it will reject you. You reject the knowledge of God, God will reject you, regardless. So Paul came to the end of his life and said that I may know you. That I may know you. After all the exploits is done, that I may know you. Rise up on your feet.